CCTV. Today I'm going to be teaching y'all guys how to play Vanguard. I know some of y'all guys know how to. Some of my friends who watch my channel do not, and I would probably like to know it. So I'm going to teach y'all guys how to play. So I'm going to not really do this quick. It's more going to be like a process, a teach. So of course first you'll need a Vanguard deck, but I made my own, so yeah, I'm going to show you guys how to make it. I mean, not make it, but I'm going to show you guys how to play one. Use one. Because it's useless if you can't know how to use it. So, I'm going to first teach y'all guys some basics, and then I'll teach you guys the more standard, the more standardized stuff. So, first, grab your grade 0 with no kind of weird mark in it. Y'all guys, might think it's weird, but really, I'll teach y'all guys how to do it later on. So, let's just say I like my hand. But let's say you don't like your hand. Well, I have one unit I don't really want. So, I don't want this card in my hand. So, you see, I don't want this card in my hand. So, what I'm supposed to do is I'm going to put that right there because it's the top card and it will help me basically show you. So you shuffle the deck and then draw one. So I grab this card. Not bad. Okay, so I need that card for my demonstration later on. You'll see. So you start off by saying stand up the Vanguard. You flip over your grade 0 that has nothing on it. Then let's say you're going first. Then you'll find a grade 1 in your hand, which my grade 1 that I usually ride is Night Panther. Ride it on. Then make sure it's stacked up good. But since you put it on, there's also some cards have these abilities. If one card says Forerunner, Forerunner means you can call the card to any circle. Meaning you can call it right here, right here, right here, right here, right here. Call any, but I'm going to just place it right behind Vanguard. So on the first turn, you cannot attack, but you can draw one. So you draw one card. Then you end your turn. But on the attacking turn, you can do this, where you can boost your Vanguard with his power. So you see how much power he has? 5,000. And you boost it with this guy's power, 7,000. And then you do a check. So a check is where you look at the top card of the deck. And look, we got a draw trigger. When it's draw, it goes in your hand. And also how much power it has right there is how much power the Vanguard gets. So he gets 10,000. And you draw one card. So I just drawed a Hayaki, my favorite card. Okay. And then your opponent will take 1 damage. Like flip a damage, and I got a draw trigger again. They put the damage right there. Also, it's a perfect guard, which I'll teach you guys later. So, yeah. I'll teach you what a perfect guard is later. Okay. So, then you just end your turn there. And then, when the first turn, the guy who gets the first turn really gets an advantage. Yeah, also the guy who got the second turn gets 2 cards instead of just 1. But, so the guy who went first kind of gets more of an advantage. But also, the person who went second got a big advantage too. So yeah. The advantage he gets is he can ride second. I mean, you can ride first if you're first. So, I ride my grade 2. Now, I don't really have any fancy abilities, so you'll just attack. And then once you attack, you do the check, So, turn them sideways, boost them, attack them, check them, nothing. Then also, when you get a check, you put it in your hand. Then, let's say you get to grade 3. So, we're going to do grade 3. Oh, wait, I'll just take a damage, pretend to take a damage there. And now let's say you get to grade 3. Okay. I ride. My favorite card, Hayaki Vogue. So, you got to grade 3, okay? And you want to activate their skill, but you don't know what that means. You don't know what counter blast means. Well, I'm gonna teach you. So it's where you flip over a damage. That's literally it. So my ability is a 1 turn where I can only activate it once per turn. Then you counter blast 1. Then you discard a card from your hand. So what's a card I don't want? I discard Hayakum Shadow. And then you know what? We'll activate a skill later. So I'll teach y'all guys that later. So I call 2. Now I'm gonna call this grade 1 to boost. Only grade 1s and grade 0s can also boost. I forgot to tell y'all. The way you'll know they can boost is they'll have this little boost mark in the thing right there. You see it? Also, they get this, grade 2s get this thing called Twin Drive. It's where they can practically flip over 2 damage, not 2 damage, they can flip over 2 cards instead of just 1. Like how grade 1s can only flip over 1 and grade 2s can only flip over 1. But grade 3s get Twin Drive. Yeah, and they also get the imaginary axle. Let me teach you about imaginary gifts. So this is an axle, which allows you to practically open up an extra rearguard circle where you can call a card. So I'm gonna call Gigatoad. So you can call a card, an extra card, which practically just allows you to, get an extra axle, allows you to attack more. Gives you 1 more damage, and also they get an extra little boost, 10,000 power. Just a big boost. And then there's imaginary gifts, or imaginary gift force, which you can put into the Vanguard to get 10,000 power. And also there's imaginary gift protects, which practically acts as a perfect guard. If you don't know what a perfect guard is, I haven't probably told you, but they have a 0 in them. Allows you to just discard a card, and then you can practically choose your Vanguard for the rest of that battle phase. It's just I'm not saying the whole battle, it's just one battle phase. When a person attacks you, that's a battle phase. That's one battle phase. When they end their turn, that battle phase is over. But when they end their turn, you can practically discard this one and discard an extra card, Vanguard, and then drive, boom, nothing. Gonna attack. Well, now I can actually skill. And then now I can look up the deck. So if you don't know, I used to clan Morikumu. Morikumu, that's how you say it. And it's practically like shadow cloaking ninjas who just allow themselves to be called extra times. So I can call 1 to shadow cloak itself. No, I'm gonna call it right here. So it gets the axle circle. And then it will allow me to attack 1 more time. That's what's great about Morikumu. But every clan has their own special, unique ways. And Morikumu is just one clan that uses the axle circle. Okay, so I think I've taught you almost everything. Oh, no, I haven't. So now, let's pretend I end my turn, and now my opponent that has this second turn also gains an advantage. Now he can Generation Stride. Probably asking me, what the frick is a Generation Stride? And I'll tell you guys right now. It's where you discard a grade 3, or any unit that will make the sum of a grade 3. So you could discard a grade 1 and grade 2. You get it. Like any number though, you could discard 3 grade 3s. 3 grade 1s. So I'm going to just discard a grade 3. Then you can Generation Stride. should put this card on the top. Then attack the Vanguard. Well, you don't have to do it right away. But let's say you do. And then you'll do a triple drive. Like, what? A triple drive? Yep. 3 checks. 1, 2, 3. No. Nothing good. Okay, so now I'm going to teach y'all some other effects of triggers. Because I practically taught y'all almost every rule. Except for maybe... Oh yeah, also at the end of the turn, this card goes back to the G-Zone face up. So you can't use it again. Now I'm going to teach you some other rules of some other triggers. Yeah, because I never got actually to tell you guys some triggers. So, there are a lot of triggers. So, we're going to start off with the critical trigger. The critical trigger is a trigger that you must have in your deck because it's a really good trigger. It allows you can choose it, you can choose to give a critical effect to another card or your Vanguard. I would choose the Vanguard most likely. But it allows you to gain 10,000 power with any card you choose. Also, triggers, powers can go to also rear guards. Rear guards are the units that help you attack and stuff. So yeah, critical trigger allows you to, when you attack your opponent, instead they'll take 2 damage instead of just 1. So it's a pretty good trigger to use. And then also, the guarding of this will get 15,000, usually maybe 10,000. I already told you what a draw trigger is, but I don't think if y'all don't remember, I need to draw an extra card. Now we have heal trigger. Okay, this is a good trigger. This is one of the most must-haves. If you don't have a heal trigger in your deck, you're dead. But when you pull this trigger in a damage check, or just a trigger check, if you have more or the exact same damage count as your opponent, you can heal a damage. But if you have less damage than your opponent, you can't heal 1. So yeah, pretty sad moment. And also there's some more triggers. There is a stand trigger, which is blue. And you probably can guess what it does. But when one of your rear guards attack, you can stand up 1 if you get the trigger, but you can't use it on your Vanguard because that'd be overpowered. And also, there's also the front trigger, which if you grab the front trigger that is purple, it will allow all of your units in the front row gain extra 10,000 power. It's just great. Just great. Just what you need. You know? Just what you need. No way people can win from that. Yeah. Also, I've never mentioned soul blasting. So, you know the stack of cards that you have in your soul. When you write a card, there's another extra stack. Like this stack, you need. You write a card, you got these stack of cards. Well, those are the soul. And you can soul blast them to gain effects, depending on what the effect is. So yeah, practically just put them in the drop zone. You know what the drop zone is? Like Yu-Gi-Oh! It's like the graveyard. Practically just where the cards die. Or retreat. They say retreat because it's a lot most common and a lot more kid-friendly. But they practically die. They never actually get hurt. You know. So, I think I've explained almost everything to y'all guys. Oh wait, there's one more thing, and I don't have this in my deck, and maybe I should get it. But there's these cards called, Generation Guards. Yep, Generation Guards. You heard me right. So, you discard a heal trigger from your hand, and you can call a Generation Guard, which usually has about to 20,000 shield. It's 15,000 to 20,000, which is a pretty good, decent move. So, guys, I hope you like this video. Might as well like and sub, you know. not a big deal. If you'd like me to do more Vanguard content, I could obviously do that since I got no free time. And also, it's Vanguard. I love it. So, guys, I'm going to have to say goodbye for now because I taught you everything you need to know. Might as well go buy your own Vanguard deck yet. So, bye.